trying to push back the barriers here on Sky Sports. With that in mind, our live football on Wednesday night was from the European Cup. The first round, first leg tie between Rangers and Levski Sofia. Rangers so close last year. Could they do it this season? Here comes another chance to see the match. Commentators Andy Gray and Martin Tyler.
If Rangers do achieve their ambition to be Kings of Europe, the palace is already built. £29 million spent on developing Ibrox over the last 5 years. And that's not been at the expense of investment in the team. Duncan Ferguson, the £4 million purchase from Dundee United, has his European baptism tonight. So too does Ali Maxwell, the goalkeeper who's filled the gap left by Andy Goram's injury. With the late withdrawal of Richard Gough with a groin problem, Stuart McCall is captain. McCall's own determination to play, swaying Walter Smith towards taking the risk with him so soon after surgery. Ian Durrant, only a substitute on Saturday against Partick, is in from the start. No Mikhailichenko, no Houstra, the three permitted foreigners, the England trio of Gary Stevens, Trevor Steven and Mark Hateley. Andy.
Well, as you can imagine, Mark, I'm going to deal mainly with this Rangers side and what they're going to try and do tonight. Having a word downstairs with Walter Smith. Two positions are important when they're playing at home, David Robertson and Gary Stevens. He wants particularly Gary Stevens to be forced on the outside of Trevor Steven, to get up forward as much as he can. Obviously, David Robertson the same on that side. The reason he wants Gary Stevens to do that is he's not been happy with Derek Ferguson and Mark Hateley as a duo up front. He's felt they were a duo, and they've kept going for the same ball, looking for the same things. So he hasn't been able to do that. What he wants Ferguson to do is to play wide, but to be available for any crossfield balls from Gary Stevens for Duncan Ferguson at the back post.
Levski, Sofia have had to leave behind their captain, Nasko Sirikov. His replacement is number 8, Trendafilov. 32-year-old Sasha Markov has been brought back to the defence for his knowledge of this type of tie. Those two changes apart, it is the side which Walter Smith's number 2, Archie Knox, saw on Saturday. They beat Slavia Sofia to go to the top of Bulgaria's first division. Tim Milton from Denmark, who refereed Rangers last season in the European Cup and the Champions League, part of it. It's a perfect night for football after a spell of wet and windy weather in Glasgow. An early header for Stephen Presley, the late replacement for Richard Gough. He's wearing number 6, a Paul number 4. Levski have changed their side considerably from last season. And straight away they might be wondering whether they've got to change the team from the starting formation.
Well, he went down as if he'd been shot there.
That's Kremenliev.
I think you can see, I think Mark Hateley's trailing leg there just caught him on the side. I hope that's not a sign of things to come, Mark. At the slightest touch, players are riding about like that.
Kremenliev, who made his international debut last Wednesday for Bulgaria in the World Cup against Sweden. It looks as though Bulgaria will miss out on qualification. Sweden and France, the form horses in that particular group.
I'll tell you what's going to be interesting for the Bulgarians early on. They've got 2 specific markers picked to play. And at the moment, Mark Hateley's occupying 3 players. And if that continues, that can only be good for Rangers.
Well, certainly Rangers expect man-to-man marking really all over the pitch. At the moment, the Bulgarians haven't worked out exactly the lineup of the Scottish champions.
It's number 9 Slavchev and number 5 Markov, who would be the markers normally. And if Ian Durrant just plays in that little withdrawn position, it'll be interesting to see if one of the markers drops and picks him up.
Well, that has happened straight away. Markov is taking Durrant. So they have sorted it out to that extent. Here's Trevor Steven. Hateley. Gary Stevens, a little English triangle there. Trevor Steven must come into the reckoning if he has a good month. There's a vacant midfield spot for England in Holland in the World Cup.
Yeah, knowing Trevor as I do.
If
from years and years ago, Martin. I've always believed that he was the type of player that should be contesting an England place every time there's an international. He's certainly got that ability.
Gary Stevens, who didn't play at all in Rangers' European campaign last season because of injury. Duncan Ferguson, who's so good in the air, starting on the left-hand side, and not, as you might have expected, in a pairing up front with Mark Hateley. They've been playing like that recently, and it hasn't really worked, believes Walter Smith. Partly because Ferguson, by his own admission, is only about 90% fit at the moment. He came here with injury problems, a legacy from last season. McPherson. Here's Duncan Ferguson. Cool, as he was caught there by Todorov.
That's one of those that could be really nasty. Luckily, Stuart McCall just managed to pull out of it. You see there, Todorov's committed himself to the tackle. Stuart McCall's able to stop his follow-through.
From David Robertson. Away by Svankov. Morgun, the goalkeeper. It's only his second start in the Levski goal. But he did play for the new coach here, Georgi Vasilev. And they were together at a previous club, Etar, that won the championship. And as I said a moment or two ago, it is a much-changed Levski Sofia side from that which actually won the title at the end of last season. 5 new players from the 11 starting this game. Here's Duncan Ferguson. He'd love to get his first goal tonight. It's his 7th game in Rangers colours. Looking to be a provider, though, here. Durant beaten in the air in the centre. Here's Presley. Now McPherson. Back from Ian Ferguson. What was so impressive about Rangers in Europe last season was that they did seem to play a continental style.
I know that, Martin, but I'm just thinking early on in the game here at Ibrox, and you look at the height advantage Duncan Ferguson has over Kremenliev in that area. I would be very, very tempted early on in the game, if I was on the touchline, to be getting a message to my back players and say, listen, if you get a chance, look for Duncan Ferguson. Get people up and support him, because we expect him to win most of this kind of ball.
Just like that. It's a tactic that we've seen from Leeds United with Gary Speed playing on the left-hand side and climbing to direct headers across goal. He's been very much in the news recently, Duncan Ferguson.
Well, he'll be wanting to create headlines of a different kind tonight, won't he? He's certainly got the ability to do that.
Kremenliev. Holding ahead of him. It's a good tackle back by Ferguson. But David Robertson was having a rare old tussle. We've got in Milov. Yakov, who scored twice in the league on Saturday, although he's really a holding midfield player. And quickly was Presley. Ian Durant. Presley again. Slavchev, this beanpole of a defender, definitely has the responsibility for Hateley. Kremenliev, though, does look vulnerable in the air against the shorter Duncan Ferguson. And Gary Stevens might seek that out now across a poor one.
Yeah, that was quick thinking from Ian Durant on the free kick. Looked up, saw Duncan Ferguson and pulled to the back post against Kremenliev and knocked it in immediately.
Off another of the current Bulgarian internationals in the Levski side. Wearing number 4 and pushing on down the left-hand side from left back. Touched on by Duncan Ferguson, well anticipated by Durant, who's made a typically lively start. McCall There's no offside here, but there's no ball either for Haitley. It drops beyond him.
Well, that's 3 times now. The Bulgarian side have tried to push out to catch Rangers offside, and 3 times have failed.
And I must say, it's quite an attacking Levski lineup. They lost Sirikov, their star from the '86 World Cup finals, their captain, who was injured on Saturday. But they have replaced him with another out-and-out forward. They are playing with 2 up, but it's the defence that's under question here with Durant. Haitley can try and tee up Trevor Steven.
But that's what they're looking to do, get both full-backs forward if they can.
This is Grigorash, who's a Romanian. Number 10, Todorov, back in Bulgaria after 2 seasons in the French First Division. No foul there as Yankov lost his footing. Steven looking early for Haitley. He's got away from Slavchev for a moment. There's no cover on the marker there, but Haitley couldn't get in behind him. Rangers currently only 5th in the Premier Division. Out of sorts in the league. Although they are in the semi-finals of the League Cup. They play Celtic here next Wednesday night. Milov looking for Todorov. And it's certainly not a policy of just getting players behind the ball from the Bulgarians.
Well, it is when they lose it. That's a certainty. They can drop players back very quickly, as many behind the ball as they can. But you're right, once they have possession, they've looked early on to be breaking forward very quickly.
And with numbers, which is perhaps even more surprising. Sasha Markov, who was also in the World Cup squad in '86 in Mexico, 32 years old now. Looking a bit like Harpo Markov.
You see lots of that from markers, man-for-man markers, Martin. They're quite prepared to give away free kicks all over the pitch.
Free kick to Rangers. McPherson will reach it! And it was, well, off the line when the goal looked there for Rangers, and how they would have loved to have had the lift of a strike inside the opening 10 minutes. McPherson so close to supplying it.
Well, I thought that was past the goalkeeper, and out came his left hand. I think it was his left hand that came out and just swatted the ball away, basically. For all the world, that looked like it was just about to nestle in the net. But the promising thing will be the marking was absolutely abysmal. Bends it in wonderfully. Now look, the goalkeeper comes, goes back, sticks up his left hand, and basically swats it away with a little bit of help from the sweeper Hubchev.
They needed Hubchev there. Duncan Ferguson going in, and behind him, Haitley trying to stoop to conquer them.
I mean, yes, play the ball about, yes, be patient. But I think with what we've seen in the first 10 minutes or so, Rangers are going to get some joy tonight if they can put balls into the box, whether it be set pieces or in free play.
Duncan Ferguson just helping it on down the line. Slavchev alongside Haitley. It'll be like that for the remainder of the evening, one would suspect. Kremenliev. Throw to Rangers.
It will be. There's no way that they'll want Markov to be caught on Mark Haitley with the height difference. So it will be Slavchev who will follow Haitley everywhere.
Ian Ferguson, who's been in good goal-scoring form, particularly in cup ties, and very nearly making his mark here in the European Cup itself.
It's lovely link-up play. Great vision from Durant with a little knockdown. A fabulous backing up play from midfield. And he really has got a shot like a real Ian Ferguson when he hits them. The only thing he did wrong for me is I think I'm missing the target.
Ian Ferguson, who took Rangers into the semi-final of the League Cup with a terrific strike here against Aberdeen. Haitley free to guide it down. Durant recognised that and get in across quickly here. That was Ian Ferguson again ducking in.
That's what I like to see now in European games. The home team just building up a little bit of pressure and sustaining it.
And Ferguson turning beautifully. Just out of the reach of Gary Stevens and out of play.
He's unlucky. He looked like he was about to be crowded out, Ian Ferguson, but a lovely turn. And almost found Gary Stevens.
It is in goal scoring that Rangers have been below par this season, just 7 in 6 league games. You do feel that can only get better. Left the area that the ball went into at the wrong time for the Bulgarian champions. Stevens. Presley. It's way out here for David Robertson. He's only 24, but playing for the 7th season in European competition. He started with Aberdeen. Presley. Getting a cross in from here if he wants. Hateley gave him an option and got it onto his strong left foot. Fired away, but Morgun, this Ukrainian goalkeeper, was taking up the right angle position there.
Lovely skill from Mark Hateley. Really was.
Robertson. Hateley and Durant going for the same ball. And a bit of pushing by Duncan Ferguson. Morgun made this look rather easier than it seemed to save. Todorov. Milov. Trevor Stephen. Let's just have a look at the build-up again with the ball into Hateley's feet rather than across.
It's worth it to see the skill here. Look at that. Lovely little drag back there. Hits that well enough, but fortunately for Morgun, it's straight down his throat.
Yankov. Zatanov going to the left, but that had no chance of reaching him. Stephen for Durant. It's a little sloppy and the crowd reacted adversely to it. Rangers still have the ball with McPherson. 15 minutes gone.
Funny enough, Martin, when the Bulgarians go forward like that, and as you've said, they are prepared to throw one or two numbers up there. And if Rangers win the ball back early, if they're a little bit quicker in the build-up, a little bit more positive earlier,
referee just having a word with Milov. Robertson. Cleared by Markov. McPherson has come closest so far to giving Rangers the lead. Robertson. Vladimir in quickly again. 23 years old. Played 3 times already for Bulgaria. Country that Scottish fans were grateful to only a couple of years ago when they held Romania to allow Scotland to go into the European Championship finals for the first time. Stevens. Ian Ferguson let it run, and he couldn't really have had a call to do that. There was no chance of McCall getting the ball. Todorov. Zatanov. Yankov. Sweeper Hukchev. Rather tight for Todorov on the far side. Well, certainly Levski, Sofia playing the way that Walter Smith and Archie Knox would have suggested to the Rangers team after the spying missions. For their part, the Bulgarians have had one of their coaches over here for 10 days now. And he's going to stay on for another week and get more information for the second leg. McPherson. Here's a beautiful surface on which to pass the ball, but Rangers not doing it effectively then. This is Grigorash. There's a ball on across the face of the penalty area to Todorov, and he didn't recognise it quickly enough, otherwise Rangers would have been in real trouble.
You can thank Stuart McCall for not committing himself forward, just filled in when David Ferguson went past him, and that was a vital decision from Stuart McCall.
Given away by Grigorash again. Whenever Levski get the ball, they're prepared to have three players up very quickly and supported from midfield. But here's a galloping run from Robertson. That's a useful cross to the type that Haitley thrives on.
Well, that's better. That's the kind of pace at times that Rangers have got to inject in the game. Because David Robertson took the initiative, decided I'll go on my own. He fired in a very good quality cross. There's a little look early, knows where he wants to play it, goes into an area, saying to Mark Haitley, go and attack it. He can't keep his header down.
Duncan Ferguson. Haitley. Kamiliev putting his foot in, but Durant taking over for Rangers, and McCall coming up in support. Ahead of him is Trevor Stephen.
Rangers can just have a look occasionally, Martin, when they have the ball in the last third, about 30-40 yards from goal. When Trevor Stephen tucks in from the right, Gary Stephen has absolutely acres on the right-hand side of the field. If someone just looks up and is prepared to switch the play.
Stephen. And Gary Stevens, who's such a fine athlete, but still really getting himself back in prime condition, having missed so much of last season. And indeed the start of this. Robertson. Certainly the Bulgarians defending very deep. And allowing Rangers to hover on the edge of the area there. Go back into that area, but Durant this time is offside.
They'll have plenty of possession, Rangers up to 30-40 yards from goal. And that's when the final ball is vital. The most concentration is required when you're delivering that final ball.
Lennox Lewis, WBC champion of the world. Frank Bruno, the #1 contender. On October the 1st, the question must be answered. Become a part of sports history as it happens. Lewis Bruno, live only on Sky Sports.
For Nigel Mansell, it's racing excitement with speed sound. Nigel's in front. He roars past the control tower. Watch out, squeeze track. Nigel takes the lead. Last lap, approaching the checkered flag. He's won. New Formula Tyco speed sound with real racing sound.
Because you love him, give him Caesar. Choice cuts of fine meats carefully selected and prepared with the vitamins and minerals he needs every day. Caesar, to love him like he loves you.
Meet Scratchy.
Who?
Scratchy, he may look pretty ordinary, but he's done something outstanding.
What?
He's found out how he could win anything from a fiver to £10,000 while sitting in a chair.
In a chair?
Yeah.
How can I do it?
Just find a phone, sit down, dial 0891 991 and answer a few true or false sports statements correctly, and you could win anything from £5 to £10,000. Hey, where are you going?
To find a phone.
Scratch It, the new phone game where you could win up to £10,000. Just dial 0891 991 now.
I find your microbes fascinating.
You do?
They cause the dandruff.
So that's why you offered to wash my hair.
Why else?
But I thought...
Actually, I want to wash half in a medicated anti-dandruff shampoo and half in Head & Shoulders to show that Head & Shoulders neutralizes more of the microbes that cause dandruff. Look, on this side.
Still dandruff.
But with Head & Shoulders...
Nothing.
Except beautiful hair.
How can I thank you? Dinner, perhaps?
Not tonight. I'm washing my hair.
Head & Shoulders doesn't half-shift dandruff.
I couldn't believe that Pampers could be beaten for skin dryness until I found a new nappy. And then I found that these Pampers Baby Dry were brilliant, unbelievable. As a nursery deputy and Anna's mum, I feel that skin dryness is very important to me. In the morning, before I use Pampers Baby Dry, she's generally a bit clammy, you know, a bit wet.
Introducing new Pampers Baby Dry. Only Pampers Baby Dry has this unique Baby Dry layer that lets wetness right through and then turns white again, helping to keep baby dry.
Every morning, since I've been using Pampers Baby Dry, she has been dry and her skin's been very soft and dry as well. It's so unbelievable, it really is. I think it's the children in my nursery. We're in Pampers Baby Dry nappies. We're talking about dry bottoms all over the place, all day. They've been wonderful.
New Pampers Baby Dry for the driest, happiest babies.
Leo Levski went fishing and returned with a most unlikely catch.
This is my bride.
Their destiny was written in the stars.
Leo's married to a clairvoyant?
Jeff Daniels and Demi Moore as...
The butcher's wife.
No more of this hocus pocus.
Fate brought them together, but true love kept them apart.
Would you fancy meeting a cuddly middle-aged man?
The Butcher's Wife, the television premiere, Sunday night at 8 on the Movie Channel.
This autumn on Sky One, the mini-series looks simply sensational. From Alex Haley, creator of Roots, comes Queen, a struggle against adversity to find acceptance and true love. Starring Danny Glover, Martin Sheen, and Halle Berry as Queen. Then from Sidney Sheldon's best-selling novel comes the action-packed mini-series of suspense, passion, and betrayal, The Sands of Time. From the Pulitzer Prize-winning author comes Return to Lonesome Dove. Starring John Voight, Lou Gossett Jr., Barbara Hershey, Ricky Schroeder, and Oliver Reed. Then comes a powerful miniseries that exposes the hidden early life of one of America's great heroes, JFK, Reckless Youth. 2 family members are dead. 2 family members are accused of murder.
What kind of a monster would do that?
Based on the terrifying true story, Bloodlines, Murder in the Family. The biggest miniseries this autumn are on Sky One. It's good.
Last year, all 4 of the Bulgarian clubs in Europe went out in the first round. The whitewash, real determination in the country for that not to happen again. The second leg will be played in the Levski Stadium where the national team play in Sofia. They could get as many as 65,000 if the game is within the reach of the Bulgarian club. So Rangers will feel that they've got to do some good work here tonight at Ibrox. 0-0 so far. But there's been a lot of talk about the importance of keeping a clean sheet in the home leg.
That's the one thing you demand, first of all. That's the one thing Walter Smith would have said. Listen, no matter what else happens, I want a clean sheet tonight.
McPherson darted on, hoping for a quick free kick for Rangers here. The ball has to go back. Paul directing operations for the side he captains tonight in the absence of Richard Goff.
We certainly do fancy Ian Ferguson.
Haley's come to be involved as well. Short for Ian Ferguson. And
will be booked, Martin. The Bulgarian charger there will be booked.
It's Kubchev. for number 3 is booked.
You see there, he's only about 5 yards off the ball. The referee spotted it immediately and had no hesitation. They're very quick on that in Europe. Anyone encroaching like that.
So take 2 at this free kick for Rangers, and Markov now coming out saying perhaps that the ball's placed in the wrong position. He gets a yellow card as well. And now there's some collective anger from Levski. This referee, who's very well thought of in UEFA refereeing circles, he's only 33. I think Markov's saying that the whistle hadn't gone, but nevertheless, why was he going in to get to the ball? So after 2 yellow cards for the players in yellow shirts, can Rangers really make them angry now by scoring? Hinckley trying to steer it in.
Managers hate that when they get free kicks in situations like that, 20, 30 yards from goal, and the goalkeeper's not called upon to make a save of any sort. Almost half an hour gone, Mark. I would just like to have seen Morgan and the Sofia goal tested a little bit more. Very few questions being asked of him at the moment.
As I say, he is a new goalkeeper for this team. Made his first full game for them in the league on Saturday. It was a big question mark as to who would be the goalkeeper tonight. They brought 3 over with them in a squad of 18. Getting the vote. Todorov. Grigorash. Very nearly came off for Levski. It's the type of run that the crowd love here from McPherson. Duncan Ferguson on from the court. McPherson making the extra man. Robertson joining in. But now with 2 defenders out of position. Todorov trying to be the architect of a break here for Levski Sofia. Borimirov. Todorov. Rangers are back in force now, but they still need to get the ball. Todorov, who's been just a little laborious when quicker passing, might well have found a way to go. Borimirov presented with the ball by Robertson.
Just got to be careful, Rangers, when they bring